Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tavern Brawler Wizard series. In today's episode, I'll be taking on the Inquisitor Wargaz fight in the Githyanki Kresh. I'll be using Black Tentacles again. You've already seen how powerful Black Tentacles can be when combined with the Gloves of Battlemage's power. But this time I'm going to be combining it with Fog Cloud, which creates a devastating combo where enemies can neither move nor see. Now, you might be wondering how I'm going to do that when those are both concentration spells, and the answer is that I'm getting Fog Cloud from the Hammergrim Mist Amulet. This is an amulet you can get in the Shadow Curse lands. I'll put a link to the item's wiki page in the episode description. But what's unique about this version of Fog Cloud is that it doesn't use your concentration. It's easy to miss this. You find this item and you think, wow, it really sucks. But it's actually pretty good because it allows you to concentrate on something else while still blocking vision with Fog Cloud. And it creates a devastating lockdown effect, as you will see in this fight. Now, it might have made more sense for me to just lure them all together on the ground there and then cast the spells on top of them. I had this idea that it made more sense for me to kind of get the two conditions in place, then start combat, and then throw them into it from there. I'm wearing the Ring of Free Action, so I can easily just walk them into it with Improvised Melee Weapon. But I don't know that this was actually the better way to do it. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that throwing this dude would cause the Inquisitor to use his legendary action there. I guess I was thinking that you had to actually target them with an attack for that to trigger. In retrospect, it probably made more sense for me to throw the Inquisitor first, because if he's prone, and the person you throw will always end up prone when you throw them, then he can't use any reactions or legendary actions. It's funny going back and watching myself use improvised melee weapon in these fights. I am almost finished with the run now. You're kind of watching me at a delay, and I've just gotten a lot better at using it to move people around. I'm spending less time kind of deciding where to move them. I've got a better sense of how far I can move them. I just do it much faster in some of the later fights. Once again, notice that the Gloves of Battlemage power triggered each time I threw someone. I got 2 from the first throw, 2 from the second throw for 4, and then I'll get an additional 2 from the Black Tentacles damage, putting me up 6. So throw and Black Tentacles, both very good with the gloves. They kind of give you a natural synergy where you can throw people into the tentacles, and that gives you acuity, which makes them more likely to be stuck in those tentacles.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Funny thing about the targeting for improvised melee weapon is it tells you that you're going to take an opportunity attack from the person you're picking up, which is not true. But I guess it's just basing that based on movement and their current position. So this happens a few more times in the fight where they get ejected from the area when I throw them. This is driving me nuts. I'm still not 100% sure what was causing it. I think it might have to do with the fact that the plane caster is right there on the ground there, and the game doesn't let that be their final position at the end of the throw or something like that. I'm not sure, but it was really driving me nuts. They're still landing in the tentacles, which is good, but the reason I put the fog cloud up there too is because blinded in this game makes it so they only have 10 feet of range in all their attacks. So as long as I stay more than 10 feet away, an enemy that is immobilized and blinded can't do anything in most cases. So that's what I was going for. Kind of annoying that the game was not cooperating with that strategy. Although I guess an enemy that just blows up is better than one that's immobilized and blind anyways. Was definitely respecting the Mind Claws more than I needed to in this fight. The little spectral swords, my AC is high enough that they basically can't hit me. I think with the shield spell I can get it high enough that they literally can't hit me, so didn't need to be wasting attacks on them. This right here is not me canceling improvised melee weapon over and over again. Sometimes the game just cancels it for you. I guess like it glitches out with the pathing or something and doesn't let you do it, so I have to fidget around with it to get it to work. If I'm being honest, I had kind of forgotten that since I'm wearing the Ring of Free Action, I could just walk into the tentacles, but here I remembered that that's an option. And that's the simplest way to put people into it. Yeah, it's like, come on, man, just ignore the damn sword. It can't hurt you, literally. It's just gonna float there and make a cool sound effect. You don't need to attack it. Yeah, it's like, what? Why game? Why are they over there? That's clearly not where I threw them. Yeah, I don't know. My best guess is that it has to do with the Planecaster. But, annoying. So, interesting little interaction there. When I threw the soldier, the Gith soldier, back into the tentacles, they actually lost the tentacles condition. And I think that's because they left the status, they left the surface, that is, and lost the status because of that. And they would only regain the status on their turn. And so they didn't have the Black Tentacle status, which means they weren't grounded, which means they could be shoved, which is how Wargaz was able to get them out of there. Kind of odd the way it works, but sometimes with services, the game has some unintuitive timing for when it decides that someone is going to be affected by it. And you can see that when they fail their save on the Black Tentacles and they're blinded, they can't do anything that has a range at all. So this one's able to use Second Wind because they don't need to target anyone to do that, but that's about all they can do. Oh, one cool thing about Fog Cloud that makes it situationally better than Darkness. Darkness is normally better, but in this case, fog cloud is better, is it's one-sided. So if they were in a darkness cloud right here, I don't have devil's sight, so I wouldn't be able to shoot at them. My path would be blocked. But with fog cloud, it blinds people in it, but those who are outside of the area doesn't disrupt their attacks.
Inquisitor Wargas was potent. We are impressed. You are permitted to look upon me. You are invited to kneel.
Gotta love the animation from your character when you select this dialogue option.
You bear that which is ours. But are you friend, or are you...
I had this idea at the start of the run that I was going to watch more of the cutscenes, but man, just listening to Mama Gets Drone On is unbearable. Although I'm curious if you guys would rather I start leaving more cutscenes in, or if what I'm doing works for you. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it as always. Got maybe 1 or 2 more videos in Act 2 before we move on to Act 3, where some of the coolest content with this character will be. So I hope to see you guys in the rest of the series, and talk to you next time.